Have you ever had the feeling that this life is your last one? That somehow you've been through this entire journey before, and now something feels final, like you've reached a turning point in your soul's eternal evolution? If so, you might be right. In spiritual traditions across the world, from Hinduism to Buddhism, from ancient Egyptian beliefs to modern metaphysical philosophies, there's the concept of reincarnation, the idea that our soul lives many lives to grow, learn, and evolve. But what happens when you've completed your journey? How can you tell when you're nearing the finish line of earthly existence? Today, we're diving deep into the mystical and the psychological. These are the 9 powerful signs that could mean you're living your last life on Earth. Stick around. Some of these may shock you. Sign 1. Profound inner peace. You've likely noticed that most people go through life chasing something: success, money, validation, love. But those who are on their final earthly journey often feel something completely different: profound inner peace. You're not as shaken by life's chaos anymore. You don't overreact to small problems. You understand that pain is part of growth. You accept what you can't change. This isn't apathy, it's awareness. You recognize that the world is a play of dualities, light and dark, joy and sorrow, and you've become a calm observer rather than a reactive participant. From a spiritual standpoint, this indicates karmic maturity. You've burned through most of your unresolved karma from past lives, and you no longer create new entanglements. You found peace not outside, but within. Psychologically, this could be a result of ego transcendence. You're less driven by fear or desire. You live more authentically. If your peace feels unshakable, it could be a major sign this is your last lap around the earthly track. Sign 2. Your naturally detached people often misunderstand detachment. It's not about not caring, it's about caring without clinging. If you find yourself naturally letting go of things, relationships, outcomes, even your own self-image, it's a powerful spiritual sign. Final life souls often carry a sense of spiritual minimalism. You're not here to accumulate, you're here to release. You're not caught up in drama, and you don't need to prove anything. This can show up as minimalist lifestyle choices, emotional independence, less fear of death, willingness to forgive and move on quickly. This detachment stems from wisdom. You've realized that nothing lasts in the material world, and that's okay. You feel like you're just visiting. This kind of mindset often only arises in very advanced souls. Sign 3. You feel a strong sense of mission. Even if you don't know exactly what your purpose is, you feel it deeply. You're here for something important. Final life individuals often feel an intense calling to serve, heal, teach, or awaken others. You may be drawn to spirituality, humanitarian work, counseling, art, or any field that uplifts the collective. There's a sense of urgency in your soul, like time is short and you must complete your mission before you go. You may even find that your life has been unusually difficult. This is no coincidence. Final life souls often choose challenging lives to accelerate growth and fulfill karmic obligations quickly. You don't run from the pain, you use it to evolve. Sign 4. You've broken free from social conditioning. Have you questioned everything? Religion, politics, money, education, even your own identity? If you're living your last life, chances are you've already unraveled the web of social programming. You no longer follow the herd. You trust your inner voice more than any external authority. This kind of soul sees beyond illusions. You understand that society is built on stories, and not all of them are true. You know that success isn't always about status, and happiness isn't in material gain. You've found your own path, even if it means walking alone. That's the mark of a soul that's almost done with the earth school. Sign 4. You've broken free from social conditioning. Have you questioned everything? Religion, politics, money, education, even your own identity. If you're living your last life, chances are you've already unraveled the web of social programming. You no longer follow the herd. You trust your inner voice more than any external authority. This kind of soul sees beyond illusions. You understand that society is built on stories, and not all of them are true. You know that success isn't always about status, and happiness isn't in material gain. You've found your own path, even if it means walking alone. That's the mark of a soul that's almost done with the Earth School. Sign 5. Deep compassion for all beings. When you see an animal suffering, do you feel it in your bones? When someone lashes out at you, do you wonder what pain they must be carrying? This level of empathy is a hallmark of an evolved soul. In your final life, your heart opens to all beings, not just people like you. You realize that everyone is fighting their own battles, often shaped by lifetimes of trauma and karma. You don't take things personally. You forgive more easily. You might even be drawn to veganism, environmentalism, or social justice, not out of trend, but out of soul-level compassion. This isn't weakness, it's strength. It means you've dissolved much of the ego and have connected with the unity of life. Sign 6. Lucid dreams and spiritual downloads. Have you had dreams so vivid, so symbolic, that they feel more real than waking life? Final life souls often experience heightened intuition, vivid dreams, and even spontaneous downloads of knowledge. You may suddenly know something without being taught. You might dream of places you've never been but feel familiar with, or see yourself in past lives, or meet spiritual guides. These are signs that your consciousness is expanding beyond the physical. The veil between worlds is thinner for you. Such experiences aren't delusions, they're spiritual awakenings. Your soul is preparing to transcend the reincarnation cycle. Sign 7. You're attracted to mysticism and ancient. You might find yourself deeply drawn to ancient cultures, spiritual teachings, sacred texts, and esoteric knowledge. Final life individuals often feel nostalgic for places like Egypt, India, Tibet, or even lost civilizations like Atlantis or Lemuria. You don't just read about these things, you remember them. This fascination may be a sign of past lives and deep soul memory. You're gathering the final pieces of the puzzle before graduation. You resonate with philosophies like non-duality, the law of karma, or the unity of all things. You're not here to play by the rules, you're here to remember the truth. Sign 8. Synchronicities guide your path. Do repeating numbers, strange coincidences, or intuitive nudges guide your decisions? When you're in your last life, the universe starts communicating with you more clearly. You've developed the sensitivity to notice it. Synchronicities become the breadcrumbs on your path. You feel aligned with divine timing. The right people show up. The right books fall into your lap. Dreams give you messages. Life feels like a cosmic dance, not just a series of random events. This level of awareness signals that your soul is tuned in. You're walking the final stages of your human mission. With the universe holding your hand, sign 9, death doesn't scare you anymore. One of the clearest signs you're nearing the end of your reincarnation journey is a deep acceptance of death. Not as an end, but as a transition. You don't obsess over longevity. You don't fear the unknown. You see death as a doorway to what's next, perhaps even liberation. This doesn't mean you're in a hurry to leave. It means you live more fully, knowing how precious this final human experience is. You appreciate every sunset, every conversation, every breath. Not because you're afraid of losing them, but because you finally understand their value. So what now? If these signs resonate with you, don't panic. You're not dying, you're graduating. You've done the work, you've faced the lessons, you've evolved. Whether this truly is your last life or simply one of your final ones, you're on the path of mastery. The earth is a beautiful but challenging school, and you're close to earning your diploma. Remember, spiritual evolution isn't about escaping the world. It's about loving it, living it, and learning from it fully until your soul is ready to move on. If this video resonated with you, like, comment, and share your experience. Have you felt these signs? Are there others you've noticed? And most importantly, keep growing, keep awakening, and keep shining. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and stay aligned.